Hello everybody and welcome back to another video review. Well, I'm a giant idiot. That's how I'm gonna start this review. Colin is a giant idiot. The Bandicam software which I use to record my gameplay had a rectangle area option, which is what I use to record my PSP reviews, my PSP tutorials for Metal Gear Solid, my review for Skyrim were all done with that rectangle. And I didn't know that they had an option, Bandicam had an option for video games where you can just click on the game window and it improves the frame rate and it also improves the quality. So that's how I'm going to start this review with I'm an idiot. So now that we got that finally out of the way, I'm gonna just give you a little bit of information on why I haven't been uploading many videos. And that is because I still don't have a PC that's worth a squat. So, until I can sell my bike and get myself a better desktop PC, which will be able to run Dead Space at a good frame rate, so that I can do a walkthrough for it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to wait a while until I can buy myself a desktop PC. Now to get to the next part, I'm going to tell you the games that I got that I'm going to do reviews and walkthroughs for. Clearly, this game called Dead Space, if you haven't watched the intro, I'm going to do a review, which basically you are seeing right now. I'm going to do a walkthrough for it also, and I also have the second game with Dead Space. And I'm also planning to buy the third game, and I'm going to do a review for Dead Space 2. I'm going to do a walkthrough for Dead Space 2. I'm going to do a review for Dead Space 3, and I'm also going to do a review for Dead Space 3 also. Sorry, I said do a review for Dead Space 3 also twice. So what I meant was I'm going to do a walkthrough for Dead Space 3 also. And the other games I have is Dishonored Game of the Year Edition, so a review and walkthrough for that. For the Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time for the PC, a review, and a walkthrough for that also. A review and walkthrough for Prince of Persia: The Warrior Within, also for the PC, and a review for Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones, a review and a walkthrough also for the PC. Now that we got that out of the way, we can finally tell you this review. I can finally get to this review for Dead Space. So, Dead Space is an action survival horror game. Now, I did not actually know it was a horror game before I actually saw a review for it on YouTube. The reason I actually have it is because it was free on Origin. It was an on-the-house game, so I got it because I thought, I'll get it, try it, see if I like it. The artwork for the case kind of threw me for a loop when I saw that it was just a hand, an arm, and I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be kind of gory, but I decided to download it anyway, and I loved it from start to finish when I played it after I downloaded it. And I'm gonna tell you that it is an awesome game and you should buy it. Sadly, you can't buy it anymore with that offer from Origin, but hey, what can you do? This review is late. It's centuries late, but what can you do? So, the story of Dead Space. The story is, your name is Isaac Clarke. You are a engineer who came with about 4 other people, 2 of which are dead, and 2 who are still alive. One called Kendra Daniels, and another one called Zach Hammond. These 2 people came with you to the Ishimura and are the only people that are still alive that are from the rescue team that came to see the cause and repair the cause of a communications blackout on the USG Ishimura, which is the planet cracker vessel that you find yourself on. So, in order to fix the communications blackout, you come to the Ishimura. But Isaac sort of had a alternate reason to want to come because his girlfriend, Nicole Brennan, I think it was, also worked as a senior medical officer on the USG Ishimura, and with the communications blackout, Isaac normally got concerned and wanted to see what was up. So he volunteered for the mission, and I guess he did not know what he was volunteering for, considering that now a hideous necromorph outbreak appeared, and you have to basically solve it by exterminating them. Ah, come on. Don't grow back. And if you can't tell already, these are the creatures that you will be fighting, called necromorphs, which are made by the red marker. Sorry, I had a little bit of a heart attack there with this necromorph that just did not want to die. So getting back to the story is explained through Kendra Daniels and Zach Hammond. It is explained through them because your character, Isaac Clarke, does not talk. And if you haven't realized, this is a very violent game. From the intro, you should have realized that. Now, I'm making this review, and I'm going to try and avoid as many spoilers as possible, even though I know that's going to be hard. But, considering that this game is very old, I think that only a select number of people did not see it. So, I'm going to try and avoid as many spoilers by talking over them so that you don't hear what they are saying, like I just did recently. So, the story is what I said. You go to the USG Ishimura to solve the communications blackout, and then you get more than you bargained for, and now the Ishimura is crappy and ruined because a guy tried to scuttle the ship so that he could, he was insane. The markers cause insanity and paranoia and cause everyone to go insane and try to kill each other, which is what the markers are supposed to do in this horror game. So, as I was saying, the markers create insanity, and that is basically the story. I'm not going to try and explain it in detail because it's just going to take a long time out of the review, so I'm just going to get to the next part, which is the guns. You are given a number of guns to work with in order to survive on the USG Ishimura, and you can add to that arsenal by finding schematics that are scattered throughout the USG Ishimura. Now, in order to upgrade and buy said weapons, you may have noticed that earlier there was this place that I was at called the store, which is where you take the schematics and have them add items to the store. Like you can see here is a schematic for Force Energy, which is ammo for a gun called the Force Gun. And here are little windows where, should I say power boxes that hold power nodes, which is what you will need to upgrade your weapons. And if you can't tell, I am using a control pad, the Xbox 360 control pad for the computer because I don't really like the PC controls. So as I was saying, you use the schematics to add items to the store, like ammo, health packs, air canisters for when you are in space and you need air, and stasis packs, which you saw me use before to slow that lift down so that I can go over it without getting knocked into the electricity. And you also have a telekinesis ability, which allows you to pick up items and throw them like that, which is very useful if you're out of ammo. You can just take the limbs off of dead necromorphs and use it against them. Now, I can't really stop what's about to happen because it's going to be like a huge cutscene and we're going to run away from this monster right here. So I'm just going to continue with the... I'm just going to transition to when it's over, so you will see something different. So getting back to the weapons, these are different weapons that you can obtain through the store. Like this one is called a pulse rifle, which is basically like an assault rifle that shoots out from four different spots, as you can see through the dots you see over here. So this is one of the weapons, and here is the plasma cutter, which is the first weapon that you get. Each weapon has an alternate firing mode, like this one can change its 180-degree angle, I think. And this one also has a alternate firing mode, which if you hold down, it's useful for when you're surrounded by necromorphs. And this is called the line gun, which is basically like the big brother of the plasma cutter. It shoots out a long, narrow beam, and its alternate firing mode is a mine that you deploy, that deploys like a mine with lights, like lasers like that. And here is a heavy-duty, heavy damage gun called the contact beam, which you have to hold down to charge and then release for a powerful blast. And the alternate firing on this one is you fire into the ground, which is useful if you're also surrounded by necromorphs, which is my favorite gun in this game, although it is slow to fire. But once you upgrade it, after you buy it, it becomes badass and kills things almost in one shot. Now, getting back to the weapons, there's also a flamethrower that you can also find a schematic for. What's that? Sorry, I know the what is following me. It's called an ubermorph, if I'm right. And there you are. It's an ubermorph, which is basically a regenerating necromorph, and he follows you. So I'm just gonna try and run away from him. And there's also an industrial saw called the Ripper, and a gun called the Force Gun, which is Force Gun, which basically pushes back enemies and does damage, and it also releases a mine as its alternate firing mode. And I am so spooked right now, but I think that I'm safe in this area and I can show you the store. So, as I was saying, as you can see, when you get back to the store, if you picked up a schematic, it will show up. Schematic downloaded Force Energy, which is ammo for the Force Gun. As you can see here, here are all the guns that I bought, and I am completely terrified right now, just so that you can know, because I hear something behind me. The plasma cutter, the line gun, the pulse rifle, the flamethrower, the Force Gun, the Ripper, the contact beam, and I'm going to exit now because I think he's right behind me. But he's not. Oh wait, what was it? Oh. You can tell that my voice is a lot more tensed than it was before. Because I'm just terrified of if he's behind me. Because necromorphs do tend to sneak up behind you if you don't see them. If you keep it pressed, if you're surrounded by necromorphs, it's super handy.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh my god! Oh! Oh my god! And here are also different level suits that you can buy with credits that you find in the environment. And power nodes, like I said, that are used to upgrade your rig, your kinesis, your stasis, your weapons, and your suit. Wait, I already said that. And it also is used to upgrade weapons and to open special doors that are locked that you need to use power nodes to open. And here's like plasma energy, ammo for the plasma cutter, line racks, ammo for the pulse rifle, for the flamethrower, for the Force Gun, for the Ripper, for the contact beam, and health packs, medium, large, small. Stasis packs. There's only one stasis pack. It completely recharges your stasis. Medium air can and small air can. And here you can also buy power nodes. You have your inventory also, where you can see what you have in your inventory currently. And your safe, where you can add and store items that you don't need. Or sell them directly if you want. So, if you want to do that. Okay, I'm going to get some ammo, because I'm going to need to fight this ubermorph. And those are the weapons, and that is basically it for the weapons. The combat is very fun, at least I like it. You also have the ability to sort of like try to hit necromorphs if they get too close, or if you're out of ammo, you can also stomp, which is also useful sometimes. Not really useful, but that's that. And that is, I think, basically it. Yeah, I think that's basically it. The gameplay is fun. So, the rating that I would give this game is definitely a 9.5 out of 10. I don't normally give ratings to video games, but it's a definite buy. I fully recommend it. So sad that this review wasn't earlier so that you could get it free from Origin, but hey, what can you do? So, fully recommend it as a buy. You can rent it if you are not sure whether or not you will enjoy it. If you can find it someplace to rent. You can, but I think that it's definitely worth the money. Even if you're not someone who particularly likes video games or likes horror video games for that matter, you should definitely play it because it is a fun experience, and especially since you can't upgrade everything in one go. There, that's what I wanted to say. Man, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing for this video. Oh well. And here you have a save station where you can save your game. The only way you can save your game. So if you like start at the beginning of a chapter and then you die, you can't. You have to start from the nearest checkpoint. But in the harder difficulty settings, you only have 10 saves throughout the whole game, and the checkpoints are disabled. So just keep that in mind if you're trying on impossible after you beat the game. And as I said, rent it if you're not sure. I'd fully recommend it for a buy. And I'm going to put an outro links to my other videos, so please check them out and check out my channel, and please subscribe for more awesome reviews and walkthroughs coming soon. Boy, I sound like a video commercial. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next video review. Until then, stay frosty, everybody.